It's been a long day, and all you can think about is that juicy burrito that you're going to eat. You think about the scrumptious steak, or for all my vegans out there, that tasty tofu. You only need one more ingredient to make this experience even better: guacamole. Let me be your guacamole and let me guac your world. Hey Creek, it's Josh Silva, and many of you might know me as the kid that might be related to Principal Silva, but we'll never know. This week I've been presented the opportunity to be Creek's next student body president. This is a great honor for me, and I'm extremely excited to run for this position. First things first, I would like to thank all the seniors for selecting me to run, and would like to thank Senate as a whole for being so hardworking and being so supportive for me, and would like to thank and for becoming a family to me. I would also like to congratulate Kel for being elected to run for this position. She's one of the kindest people I know and a great opponent going into selection. So, why does Burrito Boy want to be Creek's next student body president? Well, I've always had a love for Creek, even when I was little. My brother would take me to sporting events, plays, concert, and it was just love at first sight. Creek just hit different. Since then, I promised myself that I'd do anything to help others, experience that love and joy for Creek that I have. But with this year, it was extremely difficult to do much because of COVID. But I achieved huge accomplishments with the help of Senate while being the head of Professor Creek and mini golf. If I get to honor to become Creek's next student body president, I promise to bring that experience and more to Creek by having events such as where students can meet new people, since this year it was extremely difficult to form new relationships. Therefore, one of my main goals is to establish a greater system of communication between our student body and Senate. This means I would love to hear about possible dress-up days, possible events, and even how Senate can be more involved in the Creek community. It will also allow students to enjoy their high school experience, which I think is something we've really learned from COVID, which is appreciating these small moments we have together in high school because they might not happen again. I promise that if I get elected for this upcoming school year, I will work extremely hard to make this year memorable, but I can't do it without the student body support. This year, I got the privilege to become Creek's very first Inclusion and Equity Coordinator, which was not only an incredible honor, but a learning experience for me. Being Creek's Inclusion and Equity Coordinator allowed me to join groups such as SOAR, which stands for Students Organizing Against Racism, which has allowed me to be educated on racial issues and learn how we can make Creek become more inclusive to groups that are not represented here in Creek. It was difficult to implement some of my ideas for my position due to COVID, such as diversity group and ethnic week. But if I were to become president, with my experience as the first Inclusion and Equity Coordinator, I will make sure that these ideas are implemented to celebrate the diversity we have at Creek and to make sure the Senate can become a more accurate representation of Creek. Additionally, my work ethic will be a valuable characteristic for the next student body president. It's a trait I've always had even when I was a little niño. My parents have had multiple restaurants, and I've always worked with them and helped them the best I can, even if that meant I had to be a busboy cleaning after the little rascals. I've worked so hard for 12 years, and I will continue working hard because that's what keeps me moving. So whether you like steak or tofu in your burrito, vote for me, Josh Silva, for student body president, and I assure you, I will rock your world.
All right, Josh, so what is one way in which you have displayed leadership in Senate?
I feel like one way that I've displayed leadership this year was being one of the only exec members in cohort A this year. It was definitely a difficult task for me, especially having to lead half of the school population, but I was able to do it by myself, which I think is a great accomplishment, and it's something that I'm proud of.
Yeah, so how will you help continue to make Creek a safe, inclusive, and united environment for the entire student body?
I feel like ever since my position as an Inclusion and Equity Coordinator, I saw so much potential in that position, and I feel like we can represent, as Senate, Creek better. And it's really difficult because of COVID, but hopefully by next year we could have more communication with our student body and take their feedback and learn it and